Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And a funny thing happened yesterday. Lost Media Busters on X actually found the Powerpuff Girls trailer, the live action trailer. Remember the Power? No, does anybody remember that? I feel like this whole thing got memory hold, right? The live action Powerpuff Girls.
We read some of the script before on here, didn't we? And we were laughing about how bad it was.
Yeah, and those lines are actually in the trailer.
They are.
Yes.
The one about the, heteronormative,
yes,
whatever.
It's
was
in the
there.
trailer. Yeah. It's wild because I remember they tried to deny that was the actual script.
Oh, it was the script.
It was. Yeah, those scenes are actually in the trailer. We can't show you the trailer, obviously, because I feel like they're going around and striking people who had the trailer posted. Lost Media Busters, I think, posted it last night, and then it got pulled down, and then it got put back up again. But, I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. The show's canceled. It's very, very canceled.
Right.
It's
but they know everybody's going to make fun of it, and the actors probably want to disassociate from the project. I would want to disassociate from this project.
I was getting Fantastic Four made for video, direct to video vibes from this thing. So we'll talk about it because of course we've got Bleeding Cool, weirdly enough, is like, yeah, it looks pretty great.
It does not look pretty great.
No, it looks like a Saturday Night Live parody of Powerpuff Girls cartoon.
It does. And surprisingly, it's a Diablo Cody. Shocker there.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fallout from this. I can't believe it's not real. Yeah, it's totally real. And guess what, guys? What did we learn from this? Oh, studios lie. They lie to you.
Shocker.
Shocker.
What do the studios hopefully learn from this? Taking beloved characters and then doing this to them is probably not a good idea.
No, it is not a good idea. So let's talk about it a little bit more, guys, before we get into it. Any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to Substack if you're not getting notified. Go out to Substack, clownfishtv.substack.com, and you will get a notification every time we post a new video. Yeah, so you can find this for yourself. You can find the trailer for yourself. I'm not going to take a chance running it in the video because I know how these studios are. And I think the genie is very much out of the bottle. I don't think that they can put it back in the bottle.
But they're trying to.
They're trying to. Yeah, but you can find it for yourself. Just go out to X. Currently, as of recording this video, Lost Media Busters has it, and they also have it backed up on LimeWire. So it's not going anywhere, guys. It's not going anywhere. But there are screenshots on Bleeding Cool. And we'll talk about this. So.
Oh, yeah. I was going to mention Mojo Jojo were two characters now. The dad Mojo and the kid Jojo.
Yeah. So the trailer, the way it goes is basically the Powerpuff Girls cartoon show was based on the real Powerpuff Girls. And Mojo and Jojo, somehow they become a monkey, but they accidentally kill Mojo. And then they kind of go their separate ways, I guess, for 7 years. Their lives come off the rails, and hilarity ensues, but not.
But it doesn't ensue. Bubbles is an idiotic drunk. Yeah, she's a drunk slut. Blossom is, I don't know, she had a nervous breakdown from the stress.
And of course, Buttercup becomes a firefighter.
Right, with the butch haircut because she likes women.
Yeah, so they made sure they got that in there that that she was the one that was making the comment about the heteronormative dress, and they also made comments about race swapping them in the cartoon because they were more diverse. They were more diverse in real life. Yeah, so that comes up, and of course, Professor Utonium's a black guy, and that's kind of a joke. And look, I mean, I get what they were going for. Like, if you've seen the Brady Bunch movies,
yeah, but that was a parody.
This also feels like a parody, but they're trying to it clearly starts out as a parody, and I think they were going to try to play it more seriously. But I'm like, you can't. Like, could this have worked as a standalone movie? Maybe, but there's no way in hell the audience was going to go for this.
No.
And it came off the rails. I know that was Dove Cameron, I think, noped out early on. She didn't want to be involved with it. And this would have been, I believe, a career-ending a career-ending show for a lot of these people associated with it. But Bleeding Cool loved it.
Oh, yeah. Of course they loved it.
If you're a longtime reader of Bleeding Cool's television and streaming coverage, then you know that we've been obsessed with the rise and fall of Diablo Cody, who did Juno, and I'm sorry,
it's a bad idea. You can sit there and say you like it. I saw it. It looks like ass. I'm sorry. Get over it. It looks terrible. Oh, the reason the one character is white in the show and she's black on here is because they race swapped her for the cartoon. So they even retconned it to make the cartoon based on this show, which is adding insult to injury.
Well, what was weird is they actually had, they pointed out Tom Kenny did do the voiceover, but it felt like a Saturday Night Live parody. It did. It felt like a parody of Powerpuff Girls, a one-off. I mean, they could have run this on Saturday Night Live and it would have been like, oh my God, that is hilarious. Like they're poking fun at cartoon live action adaptations and also wokeness. And it's funny, but no, it was real.
Yeah, no, yeah. This is not something people are going to tune in weekly to watch. Maybe as a joke.
Hell no.
They got the Scrubs guy in there as Professor Utonian because you had to race swap that character as well.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Miss Bellum, I'm sure probably wouldn't have been handled very well. They cut her out of the 2016.
Well, no, they have her in here. That's Robin Lively.
Oh, Robin Lively's Miss Bellum.
Yes, I was surprised.
Oh, okay. I can't tell who's who because they don't look like themselves. So it's like,
well, they don't have a picture of her on here.
Why is he not a monkey? He should be a monkey. We had a Powerpuff Girls.
There are two different characters now. Yes, and now JoJo is like the mayor of Townsville now.
Yeah, so having seen it, I'm righteously pissed the series didn't move forward. They said,
well, I'm righteously happy that it didn't.
It was a uniquely crazy and campy take on a beloved animated series that does absolutely nothing to hurt the integrity of the animated series.
Bullshit.
It's satirical, meta as fuck, and dare I say it? Yeah, I dared say it. Looked like fun.
Was this a woman who wrote this shit?
Let me.
If it isn't, it's a little bitch either way.
Ray Fluke.
God, I would have swore it was a woman. It's stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, like you said, if they did it as like a little short parody, like in a Saturday Night Live, okay. But to make it a whole show, and I'm sorry, it does hurt the integrity of the animated series because it basically accuses them of race swapping, even though it was the other way around. And it's like, it takes like this fun thing, and then they make it into like, the girls are all adults now, and they're all like train wrecks, and they all like, are slutty and trashy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like, look, 2016 was terrible. Everybody's forgotten about it. I guess aren't they going to do a movie or something, a reboot with Craig McCracken involved? I wonder if he actually had a say in it. Like,
I don't know. I'd be pissed if I were him.
Like, if you're gonna don't do this, and they're kind of going for also, I was thinking, the Scooby-Doo vibe too, where they're kind of poking fun at the show or whatever. But this is a show that
you could do that in a way without making the characters completely unlikable bitches.
They should have just called that. Called the show 3 Unlikable Bitches.
I know. I mean, it was stupid. Like, Blossom was so upset that she ran away, and they have like her flying to this guy like with the stupid bag over her shoulder, like like the hobo look. And I'm like, this is so stupid. And then I forget what they said. She went, and Bubbles went to Hollywood
to become a whore. Yeah,
yeah, basically.
Oh God. So yeah, it's perfect. There are some cringe moments. How many shows out there have questionable starts? Only to come on strong. I don't think this one you could have gotten more than a couple episodes out of.
How would they even know? It's only part of it.
Yeah, once the joke wears off, like, oh my God, what if the Powerpuff Girls were real? And what if it was like, oh my God. Once the novelty wears off, I don't think there was anywhere for this to go.
But when they ran this for the people at the studio, they were like, hell no.
Yeah, well, the CW at that point was already imploding, but Warner Bros. You think if it had potential, that HBO Max would have been like, yeah, let's pick this up, let's try it and see what.
I'm sorry, Powerpuff might have been an example of how gatekeeping killed something that was creatively playful. First of all, there's no creativity in this at all. You basically took something that existed that already was established IP and shit all over it. That's not creativity. That's typical studio bullshit where they don't want to do anything creative, so they try to use what they have, and then that was the time they kept ruining everything. Thankfully, the people that were in charge figured out it was a bad idea and stopped it. I'm sorry you call that gatekeeping. I call that being smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, they filmed the pilot. I think they filmed the pilot, and I don't know if they had to reshoot the pilot because Dove Cameron left or whatever, but the whole thing just came off the damn rails. So I don't know who snuck it out, if it was Diablo Cody or somebody associated with it. I mean, the CW is basically dead at this point. So I don't know how much. I mean, there were apparently attempts to scrub it off the internet, because the last time I checked, it got pulled down, but now it's back up again. So like, what is the point? What is the point of taking this offline?
They're trying to hide it so people don't see how bad it was.
It's like the American Sailor Moon. Like for years they tried to bury it, and it finally got resurfaced, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty terrible. I see why it didn't happen. Yeah, I can see why it got scrapped. Here are some of the responses. Wait, that was Blake Lively's sister.
Yeah, that's Blake Lively's sister, but it's not her fault about Blake.
I unironically would have gotten stoned and watched this. Yeah, they might, like I said, they might have
gotten to get stoned first to make it fun.
They might have gotten away with it for a movie, like a one-off, but it would have come and gone. And yeah, and Bubbles was constantly drinking. Geez, since when did Tom Kenny get a raise for delivering that? Can you imagine being Tom Kenny and being like, hey, Tom, yeah, we're going to totally thrash the Powerpuff Girls. Here, read this.
Well, that person's going on about creative, how creative it was and how great. This is what happens when you put someone in charge of reboot who actively hates the franchise, the source material.
Yeah, at least the Scooby-Doo movies, it felt like they had a soft spot for the original cartoon. This just feels mean-spirited. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, Powerpuff Girls, yeah, they're a bunch of dirty sluts now. And
most of the comments aren't singing its praises either.
No, this shit is so ass. What the hell did I watch? I mean, again, this is like beyond parody. Like, I seriously would have expected this to be, well, I'd say an SNL skit, but SNL's not that funny.
Someone said it looks like a Triple X parody. So bad.
It does. It does. Yeah. So there we go, guys. It's out there. You can go find it for yourselves. You can watch it for yourselves.
I thought it was a college humor skit.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like parody.
The comments are not positive. So the quote unquote gatekeepers were right to cancel this shit.
I want to hate watch it. Yeah, it looks like an SNL skit. I didn't enjoy it. Why are they teenagers?
I think they're adults.
Powerpuff Girls Z, like, whatever happened to that? That was on Cartoon Network in Japan. I don't know if they ever brought it out over here, but
I'm sorry.
Is that Mojo?
I don't know what that's supposed to be, but oh my god.
Anyway, live action Mojo Jojo. Let's wrap this up. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. I see why. Could you imagine being an executive and being shown this? Like, guys, we got this great idea. We're going to bring the Powerpuff Girls back. And be like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, well, they were smart enough to be like, no.
Yeah.
No, we're canceling this. No.
Be like, yeah, is this a joke? Is this April
And they're
Fool's?
so embarrassed by it. They're doing everything they can to make sure no one sees it.
Yeah. That's exactly it. They're trying to
watch it while you can.
I think it's out there. I mean, once it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever.
However, what has been seen cannot be unseen. Keep that in mind.
Let's wrap this up, guys.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.